Hello, good afternoon, and you're very welcome to this year's Student Entrepreneur Awards National Final 2021, live from our virtual studio here in Dublin. Today, we are here to celebrate entrepreneurship across Ireland's third-level institutions, and we got 10 fantastic finalists who will be joining us live in our virtual event here today. All of our finalists are really excited, and they're waiting patiently in our virtual green room. And I know that each and every one of them deserve a place in our top 10 today and are very excited for this year's final. This is the 40th year of Enterprise Ireland Student Entrepreneur Awards competition. And I would like to take a moment to thank our partners today, Crushank, Grant Thornton, and of course, the local enterprise offices for their unending support. And not to forget Enterprise Ireland, who continue to make these awards happen. I would also like to take a moment to thank all the universities, the colleges, the lecturers, the tutors, the parents, and all the friends who continue to encourage and support our young entrepreneurs and the finalists in their journey. You can support the finalists and take part in today's celebration on social media, on Twitter, on Facebook and Instagram, using the hashtag for the event, #StudentEntrepreneurAwards. Up next, we have a very special message for our finalists from An Tánaiste and Minister for Enterprise, Trade and Employment, Leo Varadkar.
Good afternoon, everyone. Leo Varadkar here at Tánaiste and the Minister for Enterprise, Trade and Employment. It's a pleasure to join you for the Student Entrepreneur Awards today. This, as you know, is the 40th year of the competition. Over the past 4 decades, the Student Entrepreneur Awards have provided an important platform for young people across the country to showcase their innovative business ideas and realise their entrepreneurial ambitions. The competition has generated many successful businesses. For example, Micron Agritech, Tippytalk, PMD Solutions, and last year's winner in Eurobell. I know it's been a really tough time for students. COVID-19 has caused enormous hardship, disrupted everything, but it's also created enormous opportunities and a reason for us as a society to look at things differently and to innovate. Plenty of that new thinking is in evidence in this year's final. The high calibre of applications highlights the vibrant entrepreneurial spirit that exists within Ireland's universities and colleges. So congratulations to everyone who took part, and a particular word of congratulations to the award winners. I wish you every success as you continue your entrepreneurial journey. You are the next generation of Irish entrepreneurs and business leaders, and you will shape Ireland's future economy and society. For our part, the government, through Enterprise Ireland, the local enterprise offices and other agencies will be here to support you every step of the way. So that's it from me. Best of luck, and thanks again.
Thank you, Tánaiste and Minister for Enterprise, Trade and Employment, Leo Varadkar, for your words of encouragement for our finalists. Next, we'll be speaking to Richard Murphy, Manager of the Local Enterprise Office Support Policy and Coordination Unit at Enterprise Ireland. Hello, Richard, and great to see you. How are you? Are you there?
I am here. Very nice
to see you. There you are, Richard.
Again,
how are you?
I'm very good, Noel. Thank you.
It's an exciting time. Tell me a little bit about the importance of the Student Entrepreneur Awards.
Yeah, as the Tánaiste outlined there, Noel, we've been running this competition as an agency for 40 years. The concept of it, I think, is really around seeding entrepreneurship as a career option, to create that kind of passion and energy that students have, and to provide, if you like, a facilitated framework in which they can build out their business ideas. So the competition is all about participation, obviously, and they go through a number of, I suppose, judging hurdles before we reach the final 10 today. So for us, it is an important piece of a joined up infrastructure that now goes across primary, secondary and third level in terms of inculcating and encouraging entrepreneurship as a viable career option for students, and a very important component of the build out of the economy, in that entrepreneurship is, if you like, the bedrock on which Indigenous industry is built.
You know, and the Taoiseach mentioned how challenging the last 12, 14 months have been. So did the pandemic have an impact on the quality of the projects this year?
Well, unfortunately, Noel, if it did, what it did was exactly heighten the caliber of projects that came through. And certainly in relation to the final 10 that are here today, the caliber of projects was absolutely outstanding, both in terms of the presentations that the guys gave, in terms of the commercial side of the projects, and many of them are actually generating revenue. So it seemed to accelerate, and perhaps that was to do with more time that could be taken. Obviously, there was a missing in terms of the support of the lecturers, the networks. But for us, as judges, we were actually quite shocked, but equally very, very impressed with the caliber that came through now.
It is the true definition of entrepreneur where you find that problem and solve it. So thank you so
Yeah.
much, Richard. And we'll chat to
Thank
you
you,
in a
Noel.
little while when you'll be coming back to announce the Student Entrepreneur of the Year. Now, moving straight onto this year's finalists. First up, we have Ára na Farraige.
Hi, my name is Felix, and today I'm here to talk to you about our product, Ára na Farraige, a device that will help prevent the loss of life at sea. The inspiration from this came from my time working with Kinsale RMI, where for the past 5 years I've been involved in numerous search and rescue operations and gained first-hand experience in just how crucial time is to surviving in a man-overboard situation. Ára na Farraige will help prevent the loss of life at sea by fully automating the method by which the Coast Guard and nearby vessels are alerted to a man-overboard situation. The secondary function of Ára na Farraige is to prevent the likelihood of false call-out being made. This is done with the implementation of our novel two-radius system.
Now, I want you to imagine you're working offshore. You've just fallen overboard and no one has seen you go. With Ára na Farraige, you have the peace of mind of knowing that your vessel knows you're missing and help is on the way.
Ára na Farraige is a two-part system with a receiver mounted on board and a transmitter unit worn by the user. Ára na Farraige uses a novel, patentable two-radius system to detect a man overboard casualty by maintaining continuous communication with the Cospas Sarsat GPS constellation overhead and calculating the relative displacement. This is the Ára na Farraige proof of concept. The purple LED is the first radius warning. The second radius warning is represented by the buzzer. Once the second radius is breached, the 121.5 and 406 MHz alarms are emulated through the radio.
Ára na Farraige use proven methods of alarming in a man overboard situation. Ára na Farraige are proudly Irish, with all manufacturing and development being conducted here in Ireland. This will create high-end manufacturing and R&D jobs for the economy. Ára na Farraige have identified a large market for our device, with 17,000 commercial vessels entering Irish ports every year. There is huge export potential for our device, with 98,000 commercial vessels registered around the globe, so there is need for safety in every ocean. Asia own almost half the market, with approximately 45,000 commercial vessels registered. Europe and America are the next biggest fleet owners, but we aim to sell globally to provide safety in the most dangerous of waters.
Ára na Farraige, a beacon of hope in uncertain waters.
And from Team Ára na Farraige, let me introduce you to Felix Milner. Felix, how are you? And congratulations on making this year's top 10.
Well, thank you very much, Noel.
Oh, it's great to see you. You're representing MTU and your project, it's something dear to my heart because I'm a sailor myself. It's a marine safety device. So tell me, how did the idea come about?
Well, I've been working with life preservers for about 5 years now, and through that time I kind of noticed that a lot of the man overboard detection devices were either manual, which is no good to you if you're unconscious, or required a life jacket, which, well, if you're not wearing one at the time, really heavily decreases your odds. So I thought when the IPD project was starting, hey, why not tackle both these projects or both these problems at once?
And I noticed from the VT there that the EPIRB was at the top, but you do an awful lot more. The tick boxes, there was an awful lot more of them. Describe some of the features there.
Well, for an EPIRB, it's very manually operated. So if you're unconscious, you have to, you don't have it working. In order to use it, you have to take it out of wherever it's being stowed, take out the antenna, and start transmitting. What our device does is once you go X away from the vessel, which the user can set, it'll automatically start transmitting on the 406 and 121.5 MHz channels, as well as alerting your vessel that you're missing and automatically sending a DSE mayday from your ship's radio.
That's fantastic. And I hear there that you're involved with the lifeboat. So Ára na Farraige was born from real life experience. So I know you always want to mention your teammates, because behind every good person there's a team who are watching from their home. So let's give them a shout out.
Yeah, I just want to say a massive thanks to everyone who's worked on this project with me. I couldn't have been luckier with the group of people I've been put with, and it's been a pleasure working with them. And a big thank you to all of the lecturers and mentors who've helped us along the way as well.
Felix, that's just fantastic. Thank you again for joining us. And Team Áras na Farraige, great to see you and the very, very best of luck. That was Felix and Team Áras na Farraige representing MTU in this year's Top 10. Now, let's introduce our next finalist.
Hi, my name is Mark Pearson, and this is my story. In January 2020, I was in a car crash. I walked away from the crash completely fine, or so I thought. 6 weeks after the crash, I was rushed to Beaumont Hospital for emergency brain surgery. I had developed hydrocephalus as a result of the crash. Hydrocephalus is a condition where cerebrospinal fluid builds up in the brain. This extra fluid causes an increase in pressure in the brain. Hydrocephalus is most commonly treated with a shunt. A shunt is a small device which is inserted into the third ventricle of the brain and helps to drain the fluid to the abdomen. The problem with shunts is they have a 50% failure rate in the first 2 years and a 98% failure rate in the first 10 years. When a shunt malfunctions, the patient gets a headache. Unfortunately, these headaches feel the same as normal headaches. The current solution for determining the cause of the headache is to travel to a hospital for a CT scan or an X-ray. This is where Cervelo comes in. Cervelo is a sensor which attaches to the shunt. The sensor measures the rate of flow of fluid exiting the shunt. Shunt malfunction results in a change of flow rate of the fluid. If the shunt is blocked, less fluid will be drained. Each person has an optimum rate of flow, which is determined by the neurosurgeons when the shunt is placed. This sensor will detect the flow rate and relay this information back to a device. This device then displays the information for the patient to see. When a patient gets a headache, they immediately think the worst. They begin worrying that their shunt is malfunctioning and fear they will have to undergo more surgery. If the patient has Cervelo, they can check their shunt straight away without going to a hospital. Cervelo will make a huge improvement to the quality of life for hydrocephalus patients.
And hello, Mark Pearson, who's here today with his project Cervelo. Mark, you're representing Maynooth University. And again, another idea that comes from personal experience. You might expand on that, how the idea came to fruition.
Yeah, absolutely. Delighted to be here. So from my personal experience, obviously developing hydrocephalus last year, and then from interviewing different hydrocephalus patients through a Facebook page, I learned that headaches were the main cause of the patients traveling to hospital and something that they constantly worried about. So through user feedback and prototyping then, I developed Cervelo, which can tell the patients whether their shunt is working properly or not and alleviate any unnecessary worry.
And it was great, the story there, the animated story in the VT, just fantastic to explain and see how such great new innovations are coming out of colleges across Ireland. Again, turning real life experience into an idea. It's just great to see, just brilliant. Again, thanks Mark for joining us today and congratulations on making it into this year's Top 10 finalists. Let's check out our next finalist.
Did you know that students in language learning classrooms learn only one word every 10 hours? Research has consistently shown that memorizing essays, learning grammar, and doing exercises all don't work for learning languages. The research also shows that just reading interesting stories results in learning 8 words per hour, which is an 80 times increase in efficiency over traditional language learning methods. Reading is a language learning superpower. So can we just give people Spanish Lord of the Rings and they'll become fluent? It's not that easy. For learners to effortlessly pick up the language, they need to already know nearly all of the words on the page, as shown in green. This allows them to pick up the rest of the unknown words through context. But the main problem with the stories our competitors make is that beginners just don't know enough words on the page. As you can see from all the red on the screen, it would be almost impossible to understand the story or pick up any words through context. Our books solve this issue by allowing complete beginners to read interesting stories by keeping most of the words in English, while the rest of the words are in the target language. As the story progresses, more and more words are added. This means for the first time ever, complete beginners can enjoy interesting stories like Sherlock Holmes and Pride and Prejudice while becoming fluent in their target language.
We currently have 10 books in our collection spanning 5 languages, and we sell them on Amazon and direct to our website at doglat.ie. The graph on screen shows how our sales have been increasing all the way up to €6,000 to date, with profit margins of 35%. We now consistently sell around 55 books every single week. Our customers to date have mostly been part of the Bookstagram community. This is a mutual group of book lovers on Instagram. They genuinely believe in our mission, and so do their followers, with over 1,600 of them joining us in only a short few months. Our business is extremely scalable, and we see no limit to how big it can get. We are projecting to sell 10,000 books this year. We have a really passionate fan base, but don't take our word for it. Here's just a fraction of the amazing testimonials we've gotten. We've been Diglot. Thanks so much for listening.
Hello, Evan from Team Diglot and representing Trinity College. Great to talk to you, and I hope the sun is shining in your corner of Ireland today. Evan, there were some amazing things in that VT. Tell me, how did Diglot come about?
Well, I wish I could take credit for the idea, but that's all my co-founder, Keane. Keane's a huge language learner, and he always used to cite language learning research to us all the time. He did this for many years before we started Diglot. I never really got into it at the time because I was jaded from learning languages in school. I really didn't like the way they were taught. I thought it was forced and unnatural. But Keane was always critiquing the way people were learning, saying, oh, if they just did X, if they just did Y, they'd be able to increase their fluency. Basically, he was saying people needed to read, and they needed to read a lot more. So one day he got into a debate with a linguist at a party where all great debates occur. And he just started discussing research conducted in multilingual communities. These studies showed that when multiple languages are mixed together, students could actually acquire the language really effectively. So that's when he had that light bulb eureka moment. He started to do some rudimentary tests to see if it worked. And as soon as he thought it might, she came to me saying, Evan, I learned 400 words in Swahili. Let's start a new business. And so we did. Starting a business was always something we had thought about. And we were always kind of scheming, building, thinking about how we would do things different. So it just kind of made sense. It was perfect. I also came obsessed with this new form of language learning. It felt more natural and in tune with the way the brain was supposed to learn languages. So from there, we built the idea into the startup it is today. And honestly, it has been the most fun thing I have ever done.
Oh, it's great to hear. And you're currently selling on Amazon. So you must have a busy schedule. How do you manage it all?
Well, it's funny because I get asked this a lot, but I never felt like it was a busy schedule to me. I used to get up at 5 a.m. to format a book before going into the lab to do my thesis. And I never really thought that was a sacrifice or that tough, just because I'm lucky enough to really love the work that I do for Diglot. I think that is a key aspect of it. If you have a busy schedule, you have to love the process. Even though 90% of what you do seems very, very boring, you have to learn to love it. Otherwise, the busy schedule can be very tough. And it is for everybody.
Well, Evan, we can hear the passion there, that you certainly do love what you're doing. And you've given a great shout out there to your teammate, Keane, who's watching from home. So great to talk to you today, Evan, and congratulations on making the top 10 finalists of this year's Student Entrepreneur Awards 2021 competition. Next up, we have a very special guest. Joining us today is last year's overall 2020 Student Entrepreneur of the Year, Mark O'Sullivan from Eurobell. Mark, how has the past year been? How are you?
Hi, Noel. Yeah, it's been great. How are you doing?
Well, it's been a tough year. I'm doing great, but it's been a tough year for everybody. And I'd say no more or less than yourselves. What I'd love you to do is think back to this time last year. You were a top 10 finalist. What advice would you have given to yourself that you would give to this year's top 10 finalists?
Yeah, I mean, I think the main thing would be to capitalize on the momentum that you're gaining in the competition, build on the business plans, follow up with any networking opportunities that, become available, and take advantage of the media coverage. I think, it all helps to build credibility and to establish yourselves and your companies. And it helps to get you in the door. Well, I suppose over the past year, get you onto Teams and Zoom calls, but with investors and different opportunities that otherwise might be difficult to get into. So I think that's what I'd be saying back to myself, is just to grab the bull by the horns, I suppose.
And Eurobell solved a really important problem. So you got column inches in exposure. How did you do that? How did you get the word out there? And how much did the competition mean to you and the business?
Yeah, the competition was fantastic. It really benefited me. Like, obviously the cash prize was great and it gives a nice runway, but in particular, I think the business mentorship was massive in pushing me forward and kind of guiding me in how to take advantage of it. So Enterprise Ireland's mentor network includes some of the best, entrepreneurs across Ireland, and having access to that is really invaluable. And for me in particular, I think over the past 6 months, I've leaned very heavily on it. just to work out the roadmap ahead, to look at the different funding opportunities, to get introductions. You know, in particular for medical devices, it's a long route to market, which I'm still learning, but having the right supports in place from an early stage really helps to ensure that you're using, you know, the resources on the right things to hit the right milestones and to get to market as best you can.
Well, congratulations for winning last year, and thank you for joining us today, and it was really great to catch up with you. It's always exciting to see our finalists achieve and what they achieve, and shows what a great platform that the Enterprise Ireland Student Entrepreneur Awards are, and what the competition means. So let's meet our next finalists in this year's competition, Ellisgate.
Hi, I'm Shannon. I'm the project manager of Ellisgate, a device which quantifies the figure skating jump based upon its most important metrics. I've been figure skating myself for the past 8 years and competing for the last 4. It is a sport which combines both artistry and athleticism, and that's where our motto, Quantify Elegance, stems from. The most significant part of a figure skating competition is the jump. A mistake and one jump alone can take you from first place to last place. However, in everyday training, there's no way to quantify the jump. It's left to trial and error for the coach and skater to guess why it is not successful. Maybe the skater needs more height, distance, speed in their rotation, or airtime. Sometimes a jump can look and feel correct or fully rotated, but may not actually be. This is where Ellisgate comes in. We provide these metrics by multi-axial analysis of the skater's movements, using a combination of accelerometers and gyroscopes. Our sleek design fits underneath the boot, avoiding impeding the athlete's movements in any way. The information is displayed on Ellisgate's user-friendly companion app, which is fitted with overtraining combating display. Figure skating is a global sport with 30 million participants worldwide. It is the most viewed sport at the Winter Olympics with 360 million viewers. With the figure skating market set to grow from $178 million per year to $214 million per year by 2026, it is clear there is a high level of opportunity for Ellisgate. Our sales will be overwhelmingly export-driven as the market in Ireland is compact. We plan to manufacture the device in Ireland, and as well as research and development, this will provide employment opportunities. While currently designed for figure skating, ongoing research and development will be paramount to Ellisgate, and we plan to investigate the possibilities of tailoring our device to other sports with similar demands, such as gymnastics and snowboarding. Ellisgate, Quantify Elegance.
And hello, Shannon from Team Ellisgate. You're representing Munster Technology University today, and your project, which as we saw is a sports analysis device. Shannon, where did the idea come from?
Well, I've been figure skating since I was 13, and jumps are the hardest element of the sport to get right. It can take years to land one, and they're almost always the deciding factors in competitions. But there's no objective way to measure the jump in training, and it's left up to guesswork. So this year in college, we completed a module which gave us the opportunity to develop a product. I pitched the idea to my group, and we identified that there was a strong need for the product and also a huge market, and we've been working on it since.
Yeah, it's such an interesting idea, and even more interesting that it comes from real life experience. We saw the height that some of the jumps were there. So I know that ice skating is very popular in Ireland at Christmas with the numerous pop-up ice rinks, and it's great to see this sport is developing and growing in Ireland. Where do you hope to market this device?
So figure skating is growing in Ireland, and at the moment we have around 500 skaters, but we're targeting a global market, particularly places that have a long-standing tradition of skating. So that would be Japan, Russia, the US and Canada.
So you gave a mention there, and a great point of sport is being in a team. And of course, we must mention the other members of Team Ellisgate. So there are Jamie, Ellen and Mark and Bartholomew, who are watching remotely at home today. So Shannon, I wish you all the best and the team in the future, and congratulations on being one of this year's top 10 finalists.
Thank you.
You're welcome, and best of luck. Let's meet our next finalist.
Did you know that there were over 200,000 visually impaired football fans in the UK alone? I too was taken aback by the figure. Stadiums are aware of this and are beginning to improve their accessibility by adding services, namely audio descriptive commentary for their visually impaired fans. But what's the point in trying to go to a match if you can't embrace the atmosphere and the crowd, because you're wearing a headset trying to hang on to every word from the commentary? For a visually impaired football fan to want to buy a ticket, accessibility isn't enough. The experience needs to be immersive. My name is Omar, and I'm a co-founder at Field of Vision. We use artificial intelligence to gather information about a match in real time, such as the ball position and when shots, tackles, passes, and goals happen. This is all converted to a haptic format for the user to feel exactly what's going on firsthand, without having to rely solely on a commentator's interpretation of the game. We're in a niche space, but not free of competitors. A similar concept, FootBraille, is under development in Malaysia, backed by a local telecom company. Unlike FootBraille, our investment into new computer vision models means our service is scalable, able to automatically deliver live matches to our devices across the world simultaneously. Our product is also portable, significantly expanding the options our customers have of deploying this service to their fans. We've been working closely with visually impaired users and blind agencies to iterate our product in terms of user experience. We're having early conversations with decision makers in Premier League clubs about installing our devices in their stadiums. Our head coder, Tim, is an upcoming computer vision leader who will be defining our technology this summer at Trinity College Dublin's funded undergrad research program. David is our artist and visionary and has worked part-time with several startups before joining us full-time. I myself have considerable experience in product design and engineering. The marketing and PR value that we will offer to stadiums and clubs is hard to quantify. Our customers will be game changers in diversity and inclusion. Their doors have always been open for visually impaired fans, but for the first time, the curtain to their stage will be lifted too.
Let me introduce you to David from Field of Vision, who's representing Trinity College Dublin and Queen's University Belfast in this year's Student Entrepreneurs Awards competition. David, it's great to see you. How are you? You're here with Field of Vision today, which is a revolutionary device that will enable blind and visually impaired people to experience sports matches. How did this idea come about? If you want to unmute yourself there, David, and we'll see you. We can see you, but just want to hear you as well. How are you? We might have lost the audio there. But Omar did a great job there of explaining the product. So we'll see how we get on that one. It's just fantastic and it really allows an immersive experience. And I think Omar explained that really well. So we're going to give a quick shout out to your teammates, which is Tim and Omar and yourself, David, watching from home. And it's a pleasure to see you guys in the top 10 finals this year. And the very best of luck. Our next finalist is a team called Handy Caddy. Let's meet them.
Last minute phone calls, waiting around the club for hours, and job insecurity. These are just some of the problems we face as golf caddies. As a long-time golf caddy in the north coast of Ireland, I have witnessed throughout my career that a manual arrangement of golf caddies through spreadsheets and telephone calls causes inefficiencies and time wasting for not only the golf club but for us caddies. Through talking to golf clubs throughout Ireland and the UK, they are crying out for a solution to make their caddy programs more efficient and professional. My name is Graham Curry and I am the founder of Handy Caddy. Handy Caddy is an innovative app which digitises the process for golf clubs of booking and scheduling golf caddies. On our app, golf clubs can see caddy reviews, can book caddies in the click of a button, and can see the demand for caddies up to 6 months in advance. For caddies like myself, we can then use a digital app to set our schedule and accept jobs. We also aim to be the first platform worldwide which allows golf tourists to choose their ideal caddy for the round of golf, as well as integrating our platform with golf tour operators, and we plan to launch our native app at the end of 2021. We have used funding from TechStart, funded from Innovate UK, to produce a minimum viable product, and we are testing this with some of the biggest clubs in Ireland, including Portmarnock, Lahinch and Arglass, as well as Royal Dornoch Golf Club in Scotland. While we do intend to launch our platform as a B2B solution for golf clubs in Ireland initially, there is huge potential for this worldwide, with massive markets in America with 4,000 golf clubs we could expand into, and also in Asia holding 70,000 golf caddies. Over the last few months we've also built an online community for Irish golf caddies on Circle, which now has over 40 members, and once we launch our native app in September we can integrate the no-code features we built. We believe this app has potential to revolutionise an industry. We believe that we will bring the caddying industry into an era of connectivity and convenience.
Hello, Graham. You're coming live to us from Queen's University Belfast today with a project called Handy Caddy. So it's a golfing app. We saw that there, and it digitises the process of arranging golf caddies, which you are. And I know restrictions easing have opened up golf courses again, which is great. So there must be a big demand in this product. So tell me how it came about.
Yeah, I think like a lot of founders that have spoke before me there, I think it came from personal experience. So as I mentioned there, I've been a golf caddy at Castle Rock, which is right at the tip in the north of Ireland. So I've done that for the last 6 years. And the problems I faced was firstly short notice jobs. So I often got calls maybe 2 or 3 hours before I needed to work, and I had to rush down the road to make it in time. And then from a golf club's perspective, there's a lot of admin work associated with arranging caddies. So there's hours of spreadsheets they have to complete every day. So that sort of stemmed my curiosity was, is there a better way to possibly match make caddies?
And I know you also want to mention your teammate Ryan, who's watching from home today. So great to see such innovation, and congratulations on making it into this year's top 10 finalists, and the very best of luck. And of course, I want to say a big hello to all our students, our viewers, our lecturers and finalists who are all watching remotely from across Ireland. It's great to be able to come together virtually for such a fantastic innovation initiative where we can celebrate all the achievements of our students, lecturers and our third level institutions. And that brings us to our first award of today's live virtual final, our Academic Recipient Award. Each year, we like to acknowledge the great contribution and role that lecturers across Ireland's third level institutes have to play. Mark Crystal, Division Manager, Entrepreneurship and Regions at Enterprise Ireland, will speak to us about this important award category and announce this year's winner. Mark, you're very welcome. Lovely to see you here today. How are you doing?
Good afternoon. Great, Noel. A pleasure to be here. Thank you very, very much. Yeah, and it's a fantastic event, and so pleased to be involved.
It's great to have you. So tell us a little bit more about the importance of this award and who is this year's recipient, and also the synergy between education and entrepreneurship.
Yeah, I think that like this award it's a very, very important award because it recognises the critical role that academic leads and lecturers play to support our entrepreneurs in our third level institutes, and it's such an important part of the entrepreneur journey and the real practical advice that is given and the encouragement that's given to our entrepreneurs. So it's a real honour for me to announce this year's winner. Such a deserving recipient of the award, which is Ivan McPhillips from GMIT.
Congratulations.
I'm delighted and greatly honoured to accept this year's Enterprise Ireland Academic Award for 2021. GMIT places a great focus on entrepreneurship and has been represented by hundreds of students on the Student Entrepreneur Awards competition over the years. I've taught in GMIT for 24 years. I can see that the students are continually innovating and driving forward. This competition is a brilliant opportunity to showcase their skills or bring innovation to life. Entrepreneurship teaches students crucial life skills that help them to think outside the box. Problem solving, teamwork, and presentation skills can be applied to all aspects of life, and I look forward each day to welcoming students and delivering programs that will help them succeed and navigate their futures. GMIT aims to invest in excellent applied learning, teaching, and research environments, reflecting the real needs of business, enterprise, and the professions in our region. I would like to thank Enterprise Ireland and the Student Entrepreneur Award sponsors, Grant Thornton, Cruikshank, and the local Enterprise office for this award. I am deeply honoured and delighted to accept this year's award. Garina Maigov.
Congratulations again to Ivan McPhillips for his outstanding contribution to the Student Entrepreneur Awards. Now we have 4 more finalists to see. Up next is Team Mirror.
Hi, I'm Jack and this is Alice, and we're working on Mirror, a touchscreen smart mirror for the beauty tech space. Have you ever imagined a future where every surface is a screen? It's like something out of Iron Man. Mirror is not quite yet, but we think it's a big step in the right direction.
Now, sure, most people have either done their own makeup or seen someone else do theirs. More often than not, there's this balancing act that goes on between juggling makeup brushes, makeup products, and a phone, all while trying to monitor yourself in the mirror and follow a tutorial on your phone. It's simply impractical, so we built a solution.
Introducing Mirror, the touchscreen smart mirror. It looks like a mirror, but it works like a tablet, integrating your phone and mirror into one device. With Mirror, you can stream Netflix, listen to Spotify, or check the weather, all while keeping unused screen space fully reflective.
Now, I'm sure you're thinking smart mirrors. I've heard of them before, right? And there are some smart mirrors out there, but they either have a touchscreen quality similar to old ATM screens, or they lack touch function altogether.
So, how does it work? Mirror's patented tech uses an infrared touch array and custom mirror glass combined with an LED screen to work its magic. The best part about Mirror? It's more than an idea. Here's a video of Alice doing her makeup while watching Tiger King on Netflix.
At the moment, we're more focused on R&D, IP and product development, especially with supply chains being compromised with COVID. We're also developing our 4th prototype. Here's our first 3 and we're getting a little bit tighter each time. In terms of consumer interest and sales, we've garnered around 30 pre-orders through our website at www.mirror.tech. This is based purely on word of mouth, as we've launched no advertising campaign to date.
We intend to fulfill these pre-orders in the coming months at a cost price of €250 and a sales price of €500. Profits will be reinvested into Mirror to help us with a domestic launch later in the year. Mirror will be sold through our online shop with an advertising campaign on social media accompanying the launch. Down the line, we also hope to begin targeted advertising to gain new users in export markets like mainland Europe and the US. You've met Mirror, but you haven't met the team. Mirror was founded by myself and Alice, 2 first-year engineering students with backgrounds in engineering, tech, and enterprise. We met during the summer of 2020 at Patch, an accelerator run out of Dogpatch Labs.
So since then, Mirror's been involved in a range of activities, from being shortlisted at the National Startup Awards in 2020 to being in the top 10 globally and pioneer the Remote Accelerator. We've also been on phase 2 of the New Frontiers programme with Enterprise Ireland and recently qualified for the final of the Irish Student Entrepreneurship Forum competition. For more information, check out our website at www.mirror.tech. Mirror looks like a mirror, works like a tablet. Thanks for your time.
And welcome Alice from Team Mirror of NUI Galway and TU Dublin. Great to see you for this year's final. Looks like a mirror, acts like a tablet. So Mirror, it's a device that acts and as I said there, like a mirror, allows you to watch your favourite shows at the same time. Tell me a little bit more about this product and concept and how it's used. And I actually believe there's a waiting list on your website to buy it at the moment, isn't there?
Yeah, there is. So Mirror is basically a new smart device for the home. And as we had mentioned there, it looks like a mirror and works like a tablet. So our users can watch a makeup tutorial side by side with their reflection. They can catch up on some Netflix while they're getting ready for a night out on the town, or they can check the news and listen to Spotify while they're brushing their teeth in the morning.
It's such a really good idea and really exciting. Tell me a little bit about bringing it to market and putting it online, because to get a waiting list and actually have sales, it's a fantastic achievement, Alice.
Yeah, so we have a waitlist open on our website and we've accumulated some pre-orders through that over time through an advertising campaign.
Fantastic stuff, Alice, and well done again for making it into this year's top 10 finalists. And the very best of luck.
Thank you.
Our next finalist is a student from UCC. Let's find out more about Project Pitseal.
Particularly in New Zealand, where their agri-greenhouse gas emissions are higher than Ireland's. We are excited to play our part in helping Ireland achieve its recent Climate Action Bill.
Welcome, Marion. Lovely to speak with you today. And your project, it's called Pitseal, and you're representing University College Cork today. An edible biofilm that forms an air and watertight matrix on the grass. Phenomenal idea and very much of the moment when we're talking about sustainability. So tell us, how did the idea come about?
Lovely to meet you, Noel. So during my undergrad, we researched innovative ways to replace plastic. And that summer, I actually witnessed my uncle slip off a silage pit. And it was really in that episode that I applied the knowledge from my undergrad to develop out Pitseal. And during my postgraduate studies, I was able to specialise in the film.
And I hope the uncle's okay after the slip. He's all right, I hope.
Yes, of course.
And, you know, that personal experience, you know, a lot of the ideas are being built from that. And it's currently being tested on farms at the moment, isn't it? So tell us a little bit more about that.
Exactly, yeah. So we've 5 farms this season, so we're quite busy. I have to give a big shout out to all my North Kerry farmers. They have really rode in behind me and supported me all along the way. So yeah, we're really busy this season.
So all the North Kerry farmers are giving you a big shout out and wishing you the very best. So it's such a topical issue at the moment. So it's great to see new and exciting developments in this area. Thanks again, Marion, for sharing your project Pitseal with us, and congratulations for making it into this year's top 10. Now let's meet our next finalist.
My name is Richard and this is my business partner Peter. In May of 2020 we set up Pure Clothing, our sustainable online clothing retailer in the west of Ireland. From the outset, our guarantee to our customers was to be as eco-friendly and as ethical as possible with everything that we did. We want to provide a sustainable alternative to fast fashion brands who are currently ruining the planet and the lives of workers. Our garments are made from organic cotton and recycled materials, and our packaging is 100% plastic free. We include a sheet of sea paper with every order, which brings biodiversity into the homes of our customers. As well as that, we ensure that every worker in our supply chain receives a fair living wage and safe working conditions. Our community is also really important to us. We're proud to be members of our local community cleanup group, who carries out a load of different projects throughout the year in biodiversity and the restoration of derelict buildings. In the run-up to Christmas, we launched our Give the Planet a Gift campaign, which will see us plant 1,000 trees in Ireland by the second week of April. We don't see sustainability as a unique selling point for our business, but as a core principle that informs every decision we make.
Peter, you're very welcome and great to chat to you today. So you're part of Team Pure Clothing from Dublin City University and University Limerick, selling stylish, luxury, sustainable and affordable clothing. So tell me, where did you guys come up with this idea?
Yeah, I suppose growing up, we were always aware of the problem, but we really struggled to find on-trend clothing that was sustainably produced. So I think we always thought maybe at some stage someone would come into the market and start to offer that. When that wasn't really happening, we just said we might as well try and get involved ourselves. So yeah, we launched on TikTok in April 2020 and through a good online following of people who appreciated the transparency that we were working with. So yeah, really happy with how it's going.
The great use of social media using TikTok. I mean, Pure Clothing, pure fantastic. And you're currently selling your product at pureclothing.ie. That's correct, isn't it?
Yeah, that's the one. We ship out of our workspace here in Ballina. We've shipped over 3,100 orders at this stage. So yeah, it's been a busy year, but a great year. And it's a pleasure to be part of the competition and in the final 10.
Well, congratulations. And before you go, I know you want to mention your teammate, Richard Grimes, who's watching from home.
Indeed, yes, Richard's working away now. So shout out to him as well for all his great work.
Yeah, so he's not watching, he's working away. That's the way to keep it going.
No, he's balancing both.
I love it. Great, guys. And what another fantastic product. So well done again for making it into this year's top 10 finalists. Now on to our last finalist for this year's Student Entrepreneur Awards 2021 competition.
Hello, my name is Mark Cavan and I'm a UCD Smurfit student who is also the founder of Wexbury Spirits, a new alcoholic drinks company based here in County Wexford. Wexbury Spirits is a company that makes its products using the very best of Wexford grown crops. For example, our flagship Wexford Strawberry Flavoured Vodka. This product is distilled using malted barley grown on the Hookhead Peninsula, as well as the, yep, you guessed it, freshly delivered Wexford strawberries, which Wexford is nationally famous for producing. Wexbury Spirits has recently graduated from the esteemed SuperValu Food Academy, and I'm delighted to tell you that we've been given the green light to stock both our Wexford Strawberry and Wexford Raspberry vodkas into SuperValus in the southeast of Ireland this summer. This project currently outsources its production to one of the biggest exporters of Irish alcoholic drinks in the world. This means that we have all the accreditation and all the production capacity needed to get an initial foothold in the Irish marketplace, with an additional long-term goal of setting up our own distillery and exporting to countries with bigger population densities than Ireland. The company is currently financed by both my own capital and that of industry drinks veterans, who share my belief that our products can enable people to experience taste of real Wexford strawberries, not just in the summertime, but now all year round. Some people ask, how is it possible to run a startup business and do a master's degree at the same time? Acknowledging the colossal workload that both projects entail, I went on to recruit 5 additional Smurfit students who have taken individual responsibility for different aspects of the business as we move forward to getting our products on shelf this summer, making Wexbury Spirits a truly student-led enterprise.
Well, the sunny southeast is certainly shining. Hello, Mark, and well done on being a finalist in this year's Student Entrepreneur Awards competition. You're representing University College Dublin. So tell me a little bit about Wexbury Spirits and how the whole idea came about.
Yeah, the idea, I suppose, originated from myself. As a lot of people in Wexford, we sold strawberries on the side of the road, and I had my own operation for a number of years. And it was just through experimentation when we started putting the Wexford strawberries together with some vodka and sugar. And then we never really thought about commercializing it for a long time, up until I was finishing my degree in NCI, and I was speaking to my lecturers, Dave and Dermot, and we were talking about the economy. And next thing I was just there thinking, well, it'd be great to make the most of an opportunity out of a seemingly bad situation with COVID looming. So I Googled businesses that thrive during recession, and out of that we got tobacco, chocolate and alcohol. So that's where, and after a bit of market research, we decided that, yeah, this is what we wanted to do. And again, this wouldn't be possible without our team, Jean, Emma, Ellen and Earl. We've come a long way since we started a number of months ago, and it's fantastic to be here and to get this far. It's an honour. So.
Well, I think it's a credit to you to actually get on the supermarket shelves, and it's one to look out for in the super values all across Wexford this summer. So congratulations and the very best of luck in the competition.
Thank you very much, Noel.
And that concludes our top 10 finalists for this year's Student Entrepreneur Awards 2021 competition. What fantastic projects and ideas that these top 10 teams have come up with. Students working collectively on problems, coming up with solutions, identifying gaps in the market and developing their concepts into real life working solutions and selling them. Each team is truly deserving of a place in this year's final. Now, let's get down to the real business and introduce this year's partners, Cruikshank, Grant Thornton and the local enterprise office. I don't envy the judging planning for having to come up with the winners from our selection today. Our judges will be announcing the winners of this year's categories, and we have some amazing prizes up for grabs. The winning teams of the Grant Thornton High Achieving Merit Award, the Cruikshank High Achieving Merit Award and the Leo ICT Award will each receive mentoring and support and a cash prize of €5,000. And of course, our overall Student Entrepreneur of the Year 2021 award, who will receive a cash prize of €10,000. Not too shabby. We also have 6 runners-up, projects who will each receive a bespoke Merit Award trophy and a cash prize of €1,500 each. Our first award of the afternoon will be Grant Thornton High Achieving Merit Award, and announcing this award is Kevin Foley, partner at Grant Thornton, and I think he joins us now. Good afternoon, Kevin. There you are. How are you?
Afternoon, Noel.
Lovely to see you. Kevin, tell me about the importance of Grant Thornton's relationship with the Student Entrepreneur Awards and how Grant Thornton continue to support this fantastic journey.
Well, yes, Grant Thornton has been involved with the Student Entrepreneur of the Year Awards for a good number of years now. And I suppose from our perspective, we can't start early enough with the next generation of entrepreneurs. It's from little seeds grow big trees, and this year's award was no different. The ideas are fantastic and some real prospects coming through.
And you know, you mentioned seeds and growing there. Like, we can see green shoots now around us as we're starting to exit from some of the shackles that we've been experiencing the last couple of months. It's a really positive outlook, isn't it?
Yeah, the market at the moment is very, very positive. I think for each of these companies coming through, there's a positive chance of getting investment, early stage investment into these companies. And we can see from the history of the awards, the quality of the projects coming through, you know, creating real jobs, real employment for the economy, and raising some serious funding for the next generation.
It's fantastic. And Kevin, I know everyone's waiting, so I'll ask you to please reveal this year's winner of the Grant Thornton High Achieving Merit Award.
So this year, Noel, I have the great pleasure of awarding the Grant Thornton High Achieving Merit Award to Pure Clothing from DCU and University of Limerick. Congrats.
Congratulations, Pure Clothing. Pure brilliance. Peter Richard from Dublin City University and the University of Limerick. How does it feel to be this year's winner of the Grant Thornton's High Achieving Merit Award?
Oh, it's amazing. Amazing feeling. Yeah, just have our hard work for the last year, I suppose, get awarded on this stage is it's really humbling, and we're absolutely thrilled. Really looking forward now to the mentoring aspect as well. So it's great.
And not only that, you know, trust is a big thing. Now on the website, pureclothing.ie, you can put that little badge of a winner.
Exactly, yeah, that's it.
Well,
Sure.
congratulations again, Pure Clothing. What a fantastic achievement, and well done. We wish you the very best.
Thank you. Thanks a million.
Up next, we have Richard O'Connor, Managing Partner at Crushank. Richard, how are you?
I'm great. Good to see you.
Good to see you as well, and thanks for joining us. Tell me, how important is intellectual property, the IP, for students and startup businesses?
Well, it can be crucial. It's quite often the reason why your customers buy from you. It distinguishes you from your competitors, and it makes you unique, and it gives you something that your competitors can't offer. So in that sense, it can be really, really important.
And you see that previous winner there, Pure Clothing. So developing their brand and protecting it is really important. And that's where you can see that this is an important area that we must focus on. Isn't that right?
Absolutely. I mean, you know, arguably, you know, as Pure Clothing, for example, grow, the value of their company will be represented by their name, by their trademark. And that will be incredibly valuable.
Yeah, absolutely. So great stuff, Richard. So can you please reveal this year's winner of the Crushank High Achieving Merit Award?
This year, the Crookshank High Achieving Merit Award goes to Pit Seal Marion Cantillan, representing UCC.
Congratulations, Marion and Pit Seal. Now, I hope your uncle is not going to fall over again now if he's watching live. So, representing University College Cork, congratulations. How do you feel? You're this year's winner of the Crushank High Achieving Merit Award.
Yeah, I'm over the moon. Thank you so much. It's great to get recognised on such a stage. Like this, exactly what Pure Clothing has said. And I just want to thank everyone in Ignite and UCC that has supported me all the way. It's amazing, and thank you so much.
Well, as Kevin just said there, you've got to protect your brand. So I hope Pit Seal, now you have the IP managed.
Exactly. Thank you so much, Kevin, and thank you, Noel.
Congratulations, Pit Seal, another fantastic winner. So up next, we have Breda Fox of the Local Enterprise Office. Breda, are you there?
Indeed I am. How are you?
Lovely to see you. How are you? And what great examples we're seeing of early stage businesses. So tell me, how does the Local Enterprise Office engage with early stage ideas like these from the students?
Okay, well, across the country, we work with students on training, mentoring, to helping them develop networks. We get involved in competitions like this. We run boot camps to promote best practice in enterprise development. And then as their idea develops and grows, they can approach any one of the 31 LEOs. First stop shop really in terms of business advice, and we aim to make it easier to do business as the students progress through the development stages, pre-start, start or grow. And we can also offer them financial supports. So as Richard said, the Local Enterprise Office Network play a key part in promoting entrepreneurship as a viable career option.
And 31 local enterprise offices nationwide, all providing practical supports. And I know one of them was mentioned there by last year's winner, the importance of mentoring. That's available from the local enterprise offices, isn't it?
It is. It's fantastic support. It's one-on-one advice from a person who has, I suppose, walked the walk before the students, and they can give really practical advice. There's very few business problems that really haven't been encountered before. So I'd encourage anybody who's starting up or growing a business to talk to us about our mentoring and to apply for our Enterprise Ireland Mentor Panel as well. We can also access that through the Leo Network. Very valuable.
And mentoring is free with the Local Enterprise Office. That's correct, isn't it?
Indeed it is.
Yeah, we like that. Absolutely. That's excellent. So thank you, Breda. So could you please announce this year's winner of the Local Enterprise Office ICT Award 2021?
Indeed I can. But first, if I may take an opportunity to recognise the superb standard of applications this year and the presentations and Q&A that the judges met with yesterday made it extremely difficult to come up with the winner. But on behalf of the Leo Network, I'm delighted to announce the 2021 Student Entrepreneur winner of the Leo ICT Award is Diglot from Trinity College Dublin.
Thank you so much.
Well done, Evan and Cian. I did a great impression there of a radio DJ with the microphone. So congratulations. How does it feel to be this year's winner of the Leo ICT Award 2021?
It's absolutely amazing. Thank you so much to all of the judges who listened to my pitch and listened to our mission and believe in our mission. It's really amazing. And to everyone who competed in this competition, it was so fierce and it's amazing. Thank you so much.
You're very, very welcome. And it's such an amazing journey. It was such a great idea and a problem that it solved. And like so many of the businesses we saw, you're selling them online and hence the ICT Award. So congratulations, Team Diglot. Another
Thank
great
you so
winner
much.
in this
Thanks
year's
again.
awards. You're very welcome.
Thank you.
And now, the moment we've all been waiting for. I'd like to reintroduce Richard Murphy of Enterprise Ireland to the stage. Before we announce this year's overall winner of the Student Entrepreneur Awards competition, I'd like to chat to you, Richard, about the high calibre of the projects received this year. It's just been phenomenal, hasn't it?
Yeah, as I said earlier, Noel, an exceptional year in terms of standards, in terms of business plans, in terms of video submissions, and in terms of the overall presentations that came through the other day. I think just to acknowledge everybody who has participated in the program, over 1,000 applicants, a long journey to arrive at today. So everybody, I'd like to think, who participated, it's the first step in the journey. And to the 10 who are here today in particular, I think the next trick is to have the confidence to take these projects forward to the next stage. Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, but they have been judged at a very high standard. Many already have revenue streams. So just be confident, take the step. The state supplies a lot of support to encourage, nurture and develop these businesses. So we're ready, willing and able to engage with you as you take the next step.
And I think we can be very safe in the knowledge that the future is looking bright if this is the calibre of some of the entrepreneur skills that's coming to the fore. And as you said, generating sales, right? Really excellent stuff. So thank you again to Enterprise Ireland, who continue to host this fantastic competition. So Richard, I know everyone is waiting. So can you please announce this year's overall Student Entrepreneur of the Year 2021 winner?
Yeah, no, with all things ceremony and awards, I'd like to take a few minutes before I actually announce the winner, just to say maybe a few words, some thank yous and some acknowledgements. I think they're important. Firstly, I'd like to thank my fellow judges and sponsors, Kevin Foley, Grant Thornton, Richard O'Connor, Cruikshank, Tommy Foreman at Invest NI, and Breda Fox from the local enterprise offices. I think their input is hugely significant. We're blessed to have their experience and the calibre of judges. Obviously, also, I'd like to thank the student colleges who participated, seek out to further encourage more participants to keep up the calibre, keep up the, the quality, but excellent this year in a very difficult year. So thanks to the colleges. I'd like to say a few words as well about my own organisation, Enterprise Ireland, hugely committed to entrepreneurship. Both urban, rural. We're very excited about what we're seeing coming through in terms of passion, energy, enthusiasm, but equally the diversity of projects that are coming forward, embracing green technologies, big data, new solutions to old problems. It's very encouraging and it puts us on a long and bright path towards the future. But a few names: Martin Corrie, Carl Dillon, Anna Kinnerk, and Erica Lyons in particular, who made massive contributions, and to my own colleagues in the regions who support the programme through going out and educating colleges and students and supporting them. Obviously to Mark Crystal, who's the godfather of all things entrepreneurship and enterprise development on our side of the fence. So thank you, Mark, for your continued support, enthusiasm and encouragement. So also, I suppose I would also like to acknowledge the role I think that parents have played this year, in particular in terms of supporting the students through a very difficult period of all our lives. And I think it's important to acknowledge that their support has no doubt helped encourage and nurture to where we're at today. So finally, just to restate, Knowles, the importance of entrepreneurship to us all from an economic perspective, but equally, I think, for people to realise that entrepreneurship is a viable career option. We've had many successes of this programme over the last number of years, success rate accelerating, to name but a few: PMD Solutions, Tippy Talk, Gascon, Strytech, Micro Agritech, Norabel, Cotter Agritech. All of these are people who started off with an idea, came through the programme, and are now viable employers, creating wealth and creating opportunity for themselves. All I would say to people is, be assured that the judging process has selected you on the basis of the idea. The calibre and enthusiasm of your presentations have been absolutely outstanding. And please, please be confident in going forward in the next step. If not today, if not tomorrow, but hopefully in the future, we will be re-engaging with you to help us collectively rebuild the economy. So on that note, and I suppose finally with bated breath, I am absolutely thrilled and delighted to announce the winner of the Student Entrepreneur Awards for 2021 is Field of Vision. Tim Farley, David Denneher, Omar Salim, combined from Trinity College and University of Belfast Queen's University. Congratulations, an absolutely superb project. And I have no doubt, guys, that we will be seeing you on the stage in many new arenas, and I wish you the very best of success. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. That's an honour.
Congratulations, Field of Vision. I have your trophy here. And David, you now have Field of Vision and with a bit of sound added in. So I know that didn't work when we were chatting the last time. So representing Trinity College Dublin and Queen's University Belfast. Congratulations, fantastic. The thing that actually hit me in the VT was that statistic at the beginning, 200,000. Give me that statistic again. It was 200,000 in the UK, was it, that have that impairment, that you're able to solve that problem?
Yeah, so I was surprised at that as well when we started working, the actual amount of visually impaired people who are still sports fans. So that was one of the things that we wanted to help all those visually impaired people with sports fans, experience sports like we can.
Well, well done. And Richard, I'll bring you back in, because what a deserving winner. And tell us why, and a very difficult job for the judges. So why was Field of Vision chosen as this year's overall Student Entrepreneur of the Year?
Yeah, look, the calibre was extraordinary this year, so no doubt it was a very, very difficult decision to make. But I think the enthusiasm for the guys, the super advancement of the technology solution that they're providing, the fact that they have pilots underway, they're actually engaged with Qatar from the World Cup for next year. So everything they said and everything they have achieved is a superb endorsement of themselves, their passion, their enthusiasm, their commitment to the technology. And clearly the solution, I think, is going to bring a massive enhancement of the enjoyment for visually impaired people. So despite the difficulty, I think it was an obvious decision in the end for us. So as I say, I do hope that we will see the guys coming forward to either the local enterprise offices or to Enterprise Ireland, because I have no doubt they are going to be players on the international stage in terms of sales and company creation and development.
Well, congratulations, Field of Vision. And David, I know you want to give a quick shout out to your other team members as well. The trophy's on its way to you, but give them a shout out.
Yeah, I give the big shout out. I'm living with them at the minute, so they're just in the other room. I can hear them celebrating. So we're all delighted for this. So we really appreciate it. Thank you.
Well, congratulations, the winner of this year's Enterprise Ireland's overall Student Entrepreneur, Field of Vision. So well done. And thank you to everyone. What a show. It's just great to see so much innovation, especially under difficult circumstances. I'd like to thank Enterprise Ireland, Grant Thornton, Crunchak, the local enterprise office, and our technology expert, Tommy Foreman, for judging this event. A special thank you to the Taoiseach and Minister for Enterprise, Trade and Employment, Leo Varadkar, and to our special guest, Mark O'Sullivan from Norabel. To all our applicants in this year's competition, thank you so much for entering and your dedication. To your lecturers, the universities, the colleges, all the third level institutions across Ireland, and of course to you, our live virtual audience. Thank you to each of you for tuning in this year's live virtual final, and what an exceptional show this has been. Everyone out there watching today, make sure to check out social media, Twitter, Facebook and Instagram, and give all our finalists a massive congratulations and a very well done. They're all deserving winners and competitors. Congratulations again to Feel a Vision, our overall Student Entrepreneur of the Year winner. We have your trophy and it's on its way. So, as we've discussed this afternoon, it's been a challenging time for everyone over the past 14 months. I think we can certainly take refuge from the examples in innovation and entrepreneurship that we've celebrated here today. So until we meet again, the very best of luck to everyone. Stay safe, keep innovating. Slán.